Now, there is a question raised here. What is a language? I know people would interpret in their own perspective because all are not same. The way I think is not same you think. You are thinking better than me. Everyone is brilliant in this world, so everyone has their unique and different perspective. So, what is a language? Language. So, if someone would say language is a tool to communicate, language is a medium to communicate. There are so much of interpretations, but if you could ask me, I would say language is everything. It is there in everything. You may be wondering why is that, how you say so, because I'll give you some examples. Okay, so before that, if you ask me to define what language is, it is a tool. Okay, I'll come in the same way. It is a tool to communicate as well, to express your ideas in the form of language. You express. Without expressions, we cannot live in this world. Whether it is anger or frustration or depression or stress, whatever it is, without expression, we human beings cannot live in this world. Now, what is the connection with the stress and language? We are expressing our stress through the language. If there is no platform to express or exhibit or establish, so everything would go in vain. So, this language plays a predominant role in everyone's life, whether he is educated or not educated, or whether she is a child or adult, whoever it is. Okay, so language has its own unique importance in everyone's life. So this is what the impact of language. So without language, nothing is possible. Okay, so I'll put it very simple. So you are invited a party, you are invited for a party. Okay, you want to share someone's happiness. Okay, so you are congratulating him. Okay, happy married life. After marriage, whether he is happy or not, that's a different story. But we want to share our happiness with someone who is happy for that moment, the marriage day, right? So we are congratulating him, happy married life, right? So why do we say that? Simply we'll go have a handshake and come back. Still, we are expressing our emotions, our expression through the language. We are congratulating them, so they feel happy. They smile back. Okay, okay, he's so nice to congratulate me. Yeah, so they'll think, right? So this is what language would do. Fine, I'll give you another example. Someone is depressed. Okay, he looks so tensed, and he doesn't know, he has no hope in life. Okay, I go sit with him. Hey man, what happened? Are you fine? Is there something wrong with you? I know you're a good friend of mine. I have never seen you like this. Okay, so you were so cool and you will handle things so nicely, but I couldn't see you sitting like this. You are dejected. Okay, this is not your virginality. Come on, go ahead. Let's move on. This is not the end. Okay, let's move on. Whatever happened has happened. Let's move on. So what I do here is that I'm having some apathy for him. I'm expressing, I'm convincing him or consoling him. Now what plays the role here? Language. So language is the medium, or language is the source for our living. We cannot simply omit language. Now, you can assess me. Okay, who am I and what am I? How will you assess me? Through language. I know many things in my mind, so I want everyone to call me brilliant. Okay, I have something in my mind, but still I have to prove. So how can I prove? Through language. I have to prove what I am through my language. I have to establish myself. So this world is very competitive. If I go and say I know so much of things, they won't recognize. Still, you need to grab an opportunity and you have to utilize through the language. So whatever we know, whether I'm a mathematician or a scientist or an expert doctor or whoever it might be, so I need to establish myself. So you have to attend seminars, you have to project yourself, you have to speak to people, you have to communicate to people, whether through different forms of communication we are going to discuss that in the future slides. But still, you need to communicate, you need to establish that. It is all possible only through language. If there is no language, our livelihood would be a question mark. So you may ask me, okay, you are talking so much about language, how do birds communicate? Of course they do communicate. They have no language. Can we say that? Absolutely not. They have sounds. They have different sounds for everything. If they're hungry, they have sound. Okay. So there are two cats coming visiting my house every now and then. They are making so much of sound. Okay. When they see, they'll express they're hungry. Okay. They want me to feed. So it is all possible because of the sound. So sound is the origin of language, for any language for that matter. And I'll give you one livelihood example. Remember our childhood days. Okay, imagine how we were like babies. I hope you will not be assuming me how I would be like a baby at this moment. Please don't do that. Okay, so we were all babies at once, right? So what happened? How did we learn our language? Can we just think? Can you just go back to the childhood days and think? How did you grab this language? You are speaking so awesome, yaar. How did you do that? How do you do that? Who taught you? Is that your teacher? Is that your surroundings? Or is that your friend? Or who has taught you? You have to think. We have to think. Okay, if you see that, I'll just make it very simple. Imagine a baby. Okay, it comes to this world with a huge cry. Okay, that sound is the origin of language. That first sound is the origin of any language. Okay, after that, what happens after coming to this world? Okay, so the baby, it makes some sounds. Okay, it feels hungry, it makes some sound. There is a discomfort for the baby, so it makes some sound. Okay, so it makes some sound for everything. It is like it is like the other animals or the other birds. Okay, it is trying to communicate. Okay, the mother, the first teacher and the best teacher in this world, she's closely monitoring the baby's actions, and she's encouraging the baby to make the sound often, right? So this is the best encouragement one can give to the baby to grow. So now, how the language evolves, let me closely explain that. If you observe the baby, it makes some sound. Actually, sometimes it may not mean anything, but sometimes it makes some sense. Okay, it feels hungry or it feels something to express to the one who is sitting closer by, probably the mother. So the mother, what she does is that she observes the baby, okay, and she recognizes the sound. She feels happy. She's imitating the. She's insisting the child to make the sound often. So the baby does that voluntarily, and then she says, "Ma." Okay, she says, "Ma." Actually, she means nothing. The baby means nothing. The mother, when she hears a sound, okay, she feels so happy. What she's saying, she's calling me Ma. Okay, she's calling me Ma. Then she's so happy. Okay, she forgot. She now this time when she hears that sound, she forgets all the pain that she has come through to deliver the baby. So Ma. So she tells the dad. Okay, she tells the baby's dad. Okay, she's calling me Ma. Okay, so seeing the expression of the mother, she repeatedly says that. And then at one time, one fine day, she will say Pa. Okay, then Papa would come. That's it. Ma, then Mama would come, then Pa, then what? Papa would come, and then again Ma would be there, Mama would be coming, then Ta, Tata, it would be coming. So the mother obviously would make a call to the to her father and say, "See, she's calling you. Okay, your grandchild is calling you. You have to come with the two sovereign of gold. Okay, just come by this way as soon as possible." So she's eagerly looking for you. She's calling you often. She says that. So this is what the beginning of the learning of a language. Okay, so now what happened? She makes some sound. The mother insists, she keeps on encouraging the child to speak those words, meaningful words, meaningless words, and then meaningful words. Since she's encouraging, the child is repeatedly saying that. So this is how the language grows. And then first sound, and then one word, meaningless word, meaningful word, and then broken sentence. Okay, broken sentences, and then sentence without any meaning, and then some sentence with some meaning. Okay, sentence with some meaning, and then she goes out to play with the other kids out there. So she started talking with them, and what she observed something over there, and she started taking those words into her language. So this is how Natural acquisition happens in human beings. Then obviously she goes to school. Then she has got a wonderful teacher. She's playing with her. She's making all sort of comfort with her, and she's making the child to feel comfortable. And then what? The child likes the teacher. She starts learn so much. She starts learning so much. Unless she likes the teacher, she likes nothing. Okay, so this is the strategy. So now what happened? So gradually she starts taking language, she starts learning language, and she starts utilizing the language. Now when we think about, when we closely observe how this language is evolved, or how this language is developed, it is all naturally happening. Okay, so